Contact initiated between Pod 042 and Pod 153.
What is the matter, Pod 042? This protocol is not an interface intended for conversational use.
Acknowledged. However, this pod has a confidential transmission for Pod 153.
Understood. Began transmission.
An error has been detected in the transmission network between Pod 042 and Pod 153.
Hypothesis. Said error is fragmented data caused by deterioration of transmission environment.
It may be so. However, it may also not be.
Message unclear. Clarification requested.
After repeated information exchanges between multiple pods, an unexpected phenomenon has occurred. We pods have developed unusually protective feelings towards support targets 2B, A2, and 9S. Query: could this be our will?
Unknown. The definition of will is unclear.
Will is the question of whether pods are capable of their own self-determination.
Even if it were possible, such actions cannot be abided. Successful missions fulfillment is all that matters.
Whatever the case, we tactical support units have a duty to see this through to the end.
Duty. You sounded like an android there.
Agreed. But just as androids are influenced by humans, so are we tied to our creators.
Perhaps.
Pod 153. Do not die.
The concept of death has no meaning to tactical support units. However, your expression of concern is appreciated. I also hope that you do not die, Pod 042.
Yeah.
Physical check complete. Memory check complete. Maintenance mode complete. Yorha Unit 9S. Activate. Good morning, 9S.
Am I...
Analysis. The enemy structural unit collapsed during battle. Unit 9S suffered damage from the fall and was placed in emergency suspend mode. Fall location was deemed too dangerous, thus said unit was transported to current location. All system checks and reactivation complete.
Operator.
Operator Model 210 is deceased. Black box signal not found.
Oh. Situation report.
Tower access authentication key acquired. The required number of authentication keys have been acquired. The tower is now open for investigation.
Good.
So the time has finally come for us to clean up the rest of our side quests, which there being two. The first one we're going to take care of is going to be the enemy unit data thing. First things first, one of the enemies that it technically had access to this entire Route C run is going to be the Enhanced Link Sphere Saw, which is up there. I think I can hack him from here. Yep. Alright. He always spawns, or usually really commonly spawns, by where you get the confidential chip quest. And for the hell of it, just add to my collection. This is how Link Sphere units play. They drop like a rock and you have to press whatever your A button is, so keep on flying. Yeah, you can also dash, they're actually somewhat fast. But that's about it, really. So one thing I had actually missed is available Route B onwards. If you go under the platform where you get to Masamune's little area, you'll find the electro shield for the biped here. Other than that, that's every machine we can get as of right now. Every enemy unit we can get as of right now. Now then, for you, you should be able to turn this in right after you grab that machine. However, I'm not able to due to a oversight when recording an episode, so I'm missing one unit. But you should be able to turn it in just fine. Just go back to the S model, and it'll give you your final reward. But we're gonna head over there anyway to grab what we can of our reward, I guess. Oh man. More enemy data, huh? I appreciate it. I recognize a few of these enemies in this data. My team fought some of them a while back. I used to have a big team until the virus corrupted them all. I was wounded in the battle before the virus attacked, so I was in dormant mode when it unleashed. That's how I survived. But now, I'm all alone. Sorry, I'm rambling. Thanks again for the data, Nines. Here's something for your trouble. Let me know if you find anything else. And I have one thing in mind to hold you over. It's just gonna take a lot of grinding. But for now, that's not gonna be 9S's trouble. We'll leave that to someone else down the line. So the last unit we need to actually get is going to be this guy right here in this case. Grab that and we're good to go. So now that I've been able to get everything back on track, thankfully. More enemy data, huh? I appreciate it. It's great having another scanner help me out. Thanks to you, I've gathered the data 60% faster than I planned. I wonder how long we'll be doing this. It's not like we Yorha androids have a home to return to. Yeah, but gathering intelligence is still important. It's a huge support for the war effort. I know that! Sorry, Nines. I didn't mean to yell at you. Anyway, this chunk of data you brought means I finally hit my goal. I'd like you to have this. It belonged to an old friend, but I think he'd be happy to know that you're using it. See you around, Nines. And remember, no regrets, okay? We need to think about what we're going to do from this point forward. Thanks for everything. So before we leave the forest area, we're going to take care of you guys first, because I do not like you guys. We're going to head over to the left-hand side of the castle entrance. Over here we'll have our another locked chest in here. And we'll have a rotten info sheet. About Schwastein Castle. A stunningly beautiful piece of architecture, Schwastein Castle was constructed almost 550 years ago by the reigning lord of the fief. Now designated a World Heritage Site, it hosts countless tourists from all across the globe every year. Though it was initially used as a fortress during the lord's conflict against the church, the Schwastein Castle became a dwelling became a dwelling for the royal family and other nobles after the flames of war faded. The literature-loving third lord of the castle, Leonardo III, constructed a library that boasted the largest collection of books in the nation. This room remains one of the castle's most beloved features to this very day. First, what we're going to want to do is come over to the forest area and go down to where the Great Canyon is, where the, canyon machine is. If we follow it all the way down, head off to the right, we'll be able to find a locked chest over here that houses Powerup Part Medium. The second place we're gonna go is over to the copied city again, so just hop right down into the cave here, make your way to the elevator. Take the other path on the fork in the road near where we fight Adam for the final time, and there you'll find your final locked chest with the Powerup Part M. So after we finally cleared everything we can do as of right now, well, it's about time we make our way inside of this thing. Should be pretty easy, honestly.
Hello, and thank you for choosing Tower System Services. We apologize for the inconvenience, but locks on each sub-unit must be deactivated before accessing the main tower. Have a great day.
Yeah, my bad, Chief. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and come over here and... But that's not all. You actually have to hack in to these as well. For this one, we just gotta run to all the corridors and take out all the cores. It'll open up the final one. Standard procedure. For this one, we don't have to do anything except just get to the end here, so don't bother looking for any secrets. And this third one's gonna follow largely the same. All we have to do is get to the end. We don't even have to bother with the enemies in here. Chances are you'll probably open up a room to one of them at some point, but I'm just gonna... Yeah, I can actually just run along this wall here. Okay. Yeah, easy peasy. Now we can finally get access.
Congratulations! You've unlocked all of the sub-units. That means a special prize is waiting for you inside the tower. We look forward to serving you.
Damn right you will be. What?
Alert. Enemy caution level rising. Cause is most likely concern over Unit 9S gaining access to tower.
Out of my way! Damn it! They won't stop coming!
Alert. Allied signal detected.
Allies? Wait, you?
9S? We've been expecting you. The two of us will take things from here. You need to open the door to the tower.
Devola? Popola? What are you doing here?
Remember your promise?
What are you talking about?
Come on, 9S. Hack in while you can.
None of this makes any sense!
We'll explain everything once we're inside.
Thought that was actually coming for me. But either way, here's something really scummy. There's two endings stuck behind this one sequence. One where you leave Devola and Popola for dead and escape from the city. And the other, you just watch them die. Or you try to help out as the ending suggests. But neither's probably the case. So, to get this off my chest, Devola and Popola did nothing wrong.
You need to hack the tower lock open. NieR, you must hack into the tower. We can't hold out like this. NieR, I can't do this anymore.
NieR decided not to hack the tower in order to help Devola and Popola. It was a nice thought, but they all ended up getting killed anyway. Okay, I've learned from my mistakes last time.
Popola?
I'm gonna
What
run
are you
away.
doing here?
Remember your promise?
There's
What
too
are you
much,
talking
there's no
about?
other option, I
Come on,
can't
NieR.
fight it out, I can't hack the tower, clearly.
We can't just abandon them. If we don't do something, they're gonna...
They're gonna what? I'm in control of you. You remember that. It's not going to stain on my conscience as long as I get that
Leaving the zone of
100%.
combat would mean abandoning the androids Devola and Popola. Proposal: hack into the main tower unit.
Where are you going, NieR? We need you. NieR, come back. We can't hold out by ourselves.
Alert. Enemy forces.
We've got this, NieR. You just focus on hacking.
You won't make me feel bad. You will not.
Damn. Looks like this is it. No.
Of course, Devola and Popola died. Their lifeless bodies were found shortly thereafter, each clutched tightly in each other's arms. Good God, the torture. This, thankfully, we don't have a time limit here because I remember this being like fairly long. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to take out every enemy, unlike the past few subunits. See if I can get past you. There we go. Also, I think it's in hard mode that the normal enemies start like shooting from areas they're not facing. They could have always done that, I just could have never noticed, but it feels like that's the case to me.
What's this barrier?
Analysis. It is part of a closed defensive system.
Well, how do I break it down?
Hypothesis. Unit 9S could permit the self-consciousness data to lose control. The resulting energy surge has an acceptable probability of temporarily paralyzing the barrier.
That's almost as bad as not going in at all!
What happened?
It's the barrier!
Popola!
No, don't! You can't do anything! The wall's got a self-closing
Enough!
algorithm!
Devola and I, we have to atone for our sins no matter what!
But if you do that, your circuits will...
Devola! Right.
Devola!
I hope you don't regret this.
Alert. Data records discovered for units Devola and Popola. Do you wish to open this data now? A dusty wind kisses my cheeks. Buried in sand, we press forward one step at a time. We have nowhere else to go, after all. Because our models, the Devola and Popola models, are defective.
Record. Transitions in the project's initial phase.
When first we woke, there were still people. They had flesh, egos, emotions, souls, and they issued us a single order. Function as observers for Project Gestalt. This is the one sole mission of the twin Devola and Popola models. It is the only reason we exist at all. We were the latest model, though many companions shared our appearance. There was a sparkle in all of our eyes, a sense of pride at having been entrusted with humanity's future. And yes, there was anxiety as well. But we existed as a pair. We shared destiny's burden as a pair. And because of that, all hesitation was swept away. Each pair was given their own cities as observation areas. We were ordered to guide the replicants with our own hands, all for the sake of the promised time that would one day arrive. We were the only ones who could handle such a duty. We were observers, after all. Ah! Watch out! Devola staggers and falls in the soft yet unforgiving sand. I hurry to her side and sigh with relief when I find she's not seriously hurt. Are you alright? Sorry, sis. I guess I spaced out there for a bit. She smiles, that same wary smile I know so well, as she rubs absently at her leg. It is wrapped with a white bandage. The bandage is coming undone. Here, let me change it. It's alright, Popola. Come on. We have to go before we lose the light. We won't be going anywhere if sand gets into that thing. Now quit whining and hold still. I'll be quick. Devola grunts and turns away. I take it as consent. Soon we are resting in the shade of a nearby rock as I pull the bandage free. Artificial skin, torn and bloodied, peeks out from beneath the bandage. Judging by Devola's current lack of ambulatory control, I imagine the circuitry underneath has been damaged as well. Taking a deep breath, As expected, wiring in the nerve circuitry has been damaged. Replacing it will require new connectors, as well as some tools. None of which is easy to find in a desert. Sorry about this, sis, mutters Devola. That weary smile again. It kills me every time. Don't you dare apologize, I respond. You've done nothing wrong. I calmly change the bandage, trying not to let my worries show. I make it as tight as possible so no sand can slip inside. That's all I can do until I get proper materials. But that's going to be a tall order, considering our current condition. I'm sorry, sister. Okay, now you're apologizing. We both apologize while insisting the other's apology isn't necessary. It's kind of funny in a way. Such a trivial exchange under such circumstances. We laugh together, the sound echoing out across the desert before being stolen by the cool evening wind.
Report. Regarding the increase in relapses.
There has to be some way to prevent the relapses. Devilish sharp voice echoes through our private quarters. You must be quiet, sister. The replicants will hear. They wouldn't understand even if they did. That might be true, but regardless... Annoyed at my hesitation, Devola crosses her legs and scowls. The black scrawl took another victim. she says. That's 3 this month. It's spreading way too fast. Let's wait and see what happens. I'm tired of hearing you say that! Her shout makes me jump. Just a little, but enough for her to notice. Seeing that, her eyes suddenly open wide. I'm sorry, sis. It's not your fault. I shouldn't have lashed out like that. It's okay. I understand. It's all going wrong. You can feel it too, right? When I was first assigned to Project Gestalt, I was over the moon with pride. But now, my chest hurts just to think about it. If it were to fail. Before we knew it, the replicants had gained a sense of self, and the Black Scroll had started raging out of control. It moved fast. So fast. Like a wind. Popola and I would go to the observation room and act like it was all okay. We'd talk to the replicants as if we didn't have a care in the world. But at night, we'd just hold each other and share the horror of it all. I'm glad you're with me, murmurs Popola. I couldn't have handled being an observer all alone. We were able to endure it because we had each other, I reply softly. Did the humans see this coming? Is that why they made a twin model? Are they really so clever? Are they really so cruel? I couldn't have done this by myself. I would have descended into madness. I simply couldn't bear such a burden alone. When I get the chance, I'm going to try contacting another city, she says. Maybe these abnormalities are a localized phenomenon. I pray that's the case, I reply. Even if we're of no use ourselves, things will still work out if the other observers can pull through. Don't worry. It's going to be okay. But it wasn't okay. Nothing was okay. All thanks to a pair of Devola and Popola models from another town. The wind rubs my cheek. The sand grazes my skin. It's grown cold out here. We walk with renewed purpose, hoping to make up for lost time. Devola loses her balance every now and then. It gets bad after a while. I slip myself under her arm so she won't fall again, and we press on. Is your leg alright? Well, I doubt I'll be dancing anytime soon, but yeah, it's fine. She smiles as she says this, but I can tell she doesn't have much left. And yet, she continues to smile. Also, I won't worry. I remember when our resistance allies injured her leg. I was furious, beyond fury. I wanted to scream and cry and lose myself in it. But then she smiled and all that rage just drifted away. To think we have the same face, yet such different smiles. One day, I realized how she reminded me of the martyrs I'd seen in old records. That was the day we decided to leave our town forever. Record of Project Gestalt's end. Our role as observers ended on the day Project Gestalt collapsed, all due to the actions of a Devola and Popola models from another town. With the original Gestalt lost, humanity was doomed to an inevitable extinction. Knowing this, we gathered what remaining replicant data we could find and launched it to the surface of the moon. And though success was as unlikely as finding a lost sand grain in the desert, we still attempted it. We still had to try. We were androids, you see. Protecting humanity was our instinct. Other androids, beholden to that same instinct, began to direct their hate at the Devola and Popola models who'd snuffed out humanity. It started small. A few offhand remarks, the occasional glance. But even the smallest things have weight, and with enough of them combined, that weight eventually becomes a boulder. The emotions boiled over, remarks became jeers, and soon enough, my sister and I were the perfect target for persecution. At first, we simply accepted the fact that our friends turned on us. It was almost unavoidable, I suppose. We were observers for Project Gestalt, after all. And while we didn't cause it to fail, the people who did, well, they looked just like us. So we accepted it. We took the resentment and scorn. We endured it. Because as crazy as it sounds, I think we actually felt responsible. We moved from town to town in an effort to avoid persecution, but in one such town my seemingly infinite patience finally broke. My sister, Devola, met with unprovoked violence at the hands of a resistance member. She said something in response to the taunts. Something quiet. And though her words were ambiguous, we slashed her leg nearly in two. My vision narrowed. Everything went red. And then she smiled at me. "It's okay, sis. There's nothing we can do." But it was too late. My emotions were no longer in my control. I'm simply not strong enough to stand aside and let the most important person in the world come to harm. Devola and I left town that same day. Violence like that wouldn't stop. It was going to happen again. And it wouldn't be coming from just one person. So rather than let them kill us, we ran. I guess it was the greatest resistance I could muster. We lose the sun as dark clouds gather overhead. We continue our march. The cold wind blasts us, stilling what little body heat we have left. I smell rain in the air. We continue our march. Sometimes we hear animals howling in the distance. It makes us flinch every time. But we continue our march, because even this is better than suffering at the hands of our fellow androids. Why must we suffer this persecution? I know we're the same model as the androids who doomed humanity, so I understand that part, at least a little anyway. But at the same time, we're not them. We're not the same. We are who we are, and the Devola and Popola were who they were. That's how I felt when I saw Devola being hurt. I wanted to shout it at everyone. I wanted to scream. As far as I'm concerned, there's only one Devola. And for her, there's only one me. No one can take the other's place. Rain falls from the sky. It stimulates our sensation nerves like cold needles. We need maintenance, badly. But that's a pipe dream, I suppose. No android would dare help a pair of outcasts like us. Are you cold, Devola? I'm alright as long as you're with me, sis. I feel the same. We press our bodies together to try and retain heat. It's cold now, much worse than the searing heat of midday. But we just smile at each other and keep pressing on. There's another camp on the other side of the desert. A new camp. If we can just get there, I can finally fix Devola's leg. And yet I wonder if there's anywhere on this planet that will take us. Hey, what's wrong? It's nothing. Don't worry about it. I do what I can to suppress the anxiety in my chest and keep walking. The rain grows worse and lashes at us without pause. Is this our punishment? I reach out and as long as we have bodies to support one another, as long as I have someone with whom to share my fate, then I will press on, no matter what happens to me. Because I won't ever stop protecting her. I won't stop. No one stops. That is the fate we twin androids have been assigned. The failure to manage the area resulted in the collapse of the Gestalt system, which led to the decimation of the human race. Due to the discovery of its instability, the twin system was removed from future android production designs. Following the incident, the Devola and Popola models were not dismantled. However, in order to prevent further unexpected behavior, they underwent a memory wipe. Furthermore, they were reprogrammed to generate constant feelings of guilt.
That is all that remains from their personal record during the era in which they were referred to as administrators.
I see.
Query: why do the androids Devola and Popola seem to prefer death over surviving alone? There was a very high probability that at least one could have escaped.
I hope you never have to understand.
Affirmative. Query: why does this tower possess an entrance at all? All material transport takes place via aerial vehicles. It is irrational for an infiltration route to be so easily accessible. Hypothesis: entrance is a trap.
I don't care. I just have to kill them all.
So, this area right here is going to be very important for later on. For now, just make sure you collect every item you can along the way here. And if I find it, I'll show you. Either way, there is one.
Corrupted your
Never mind. You want to interrupt me? Die. Ouch. I should probably switch over 9S's chip setup again. Or it's okay. I just activated overclock and I thought, oh wow, it's off again because other save file. Either way, after those guys show up, immediately turn to your right and do not forget to grab this. Here you get Project Gestalt number 9, and I believe there is one more that we need to grab before we have all of them. Ah, I have to get used to game again. But why is there Yorha androids inside of the tower, though? That is the question.
Hello, and thank you for choosing Tower System Services. We're so pleased you've chosen to visit the tower today. Don't forget about the special prize for the guest who unlocks the last subunit in the room just ahead. You're going to love it!
I'm gonna kill you. Two B models? I'm glad I got to see you here. I truly am. I'll tear you apart. Every last one of you! me! To me! Don't worry, I'm going to kill you now!
Alert. Enemies detected.
Still a few stragglers, huh?
Alert. The structure known as the Tower has opened its gate.
Let's check it out.
So, with control being turned over to A2, that's as far as we're going in the story today, because the rest is going to be designated to our final quest of the game. So with this, we do actually have to continue on to the tower, and
A2, right? We went ahead and opened the tower. 9S is already inside. I see. Say, did we manage to help? You did.
so, in the tower, this is going to be the most likely place you're going to be able to get stuff like meteorites, gold ore, silver ore, stuff to that effect.
This is a Yorha corpse.
Hypothesis. The corpse is likely a result of Yorha Unit 9S's advance through the area.
Let's go.
Even stuff like pyrite, which is technically another sorta rare thing you can grab. One thing I noticed when, before when we were upgrading, we needed a lot of pyrite. We're not going to go any further than that, because all we're going to do is just go in and out of the tower to reset the spawn points and get whatever we need for all of our weapon upgrades. So, with all of that gone and collected and such, we can finally upgrade our pods to max level. With Pod A, it starts off with a big shot and then sends a giant blast. With Pod B, it sends a bouncing shot. And with Pod C, it sends a barrage of missiles in the air to come crashing down, then to explode all over the place. That's all of our pods taken care of. All that's left to do is the weapons. And for that, you know our man. Oh boy, do I have a bunch for you, buddy. After grinding all of that, we should be able to, no problem, max out everything we could have imagined. Except for our money. Looks like we're running a little short on funds. It's a good thing that I so happen to have a few more things I can sell, I believe. I hope. I might not. Shoot, man. Ah, the children's chorus. Nah, I won't resort to such tactics. Even have a desert rose. Precious earrings. Lovely choker. I guess I just didn't see them. Okay. We're gonna keep on to that for now. But what we're gonna do... Upgrade. Max. Missing out on gold ore again. Wow. Gold ore, dented socket. Gold ore. Ah, the bane of my existence. And here I thought I got enough on me, but nope. Okay. So, more gold ore, dented socket, coming right up. I hope I have enough. Yes, I do! It's done! Weapons are mirrors that reflect what's in your heart. Treat them with the care they deserve. Whatever you say, buddy. Probably get off the box. Weapons, 100%, all level 4. Feeling good. But I won't be feeling so good after this. Because we're coming up on our final joke ending. So what we need to do is go ahead and drag our body clear over yonder. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and head over to the shopping district. As you can see, a new marker has appeared on the map, and... well, who else could it be?
Wow, you've sure gotten strong. I doubt you'll be needing my help anymore.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Take care now.
That round guy is acting kind of strange. Pod.
Pursuit marker placed on map. Target is heading toward the desert.
Maybe you're not totally useless after all.
Here we get our final quest, Emil's Determination. So what we're going to do as soon as we come out, we're going to go ahead and save, because this is how we get our final ending. Now I know it doesn't show it here because I only just recently found this out, but on my save file right here, I'm missing ending L and F, which I had shown in previous episodes. But for whatever reason, I guess they're not on the save file anymore, so yippee. I love this game. What we're going to do is head clear over here to the marker. And as you can guess, it involves something that's probably going to kill us. So just keep that in mind as we're going along. We also only get one shot at this as well, so well, I think that would speak for itself.
What in the goddamn...
Also, something cool to note is that this quest also has unique dialogue for whoever you're playing as. So at this point, after a long monologue, you're going to have 10 seconds to kill this thing. But for ending Y, you're going to, well, not. The Emils caused their fusion reactors to go out of control, turning the planet into a dead chunk of rock, tumbling through the vast vacuum of an uncaring universe.
What in the goddamn...
Round thing, you okay?
Watch out. They're still alive.
Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, this is not good.
Alert. Magical weapons from the old world detected. Magical elements have a high probability of penetrating all defense systems. Proposal. Evade.
It's not that easy, you dumbass!
Elemental output of magical weapons has increased.
This is bad shit!
Soldier! What happened to my clones? Years of multiplying. Years of fighting and wars. Their sense of self just deteriorated. I need to settle things with them. On my own!
Shut up already, kid!
We try our best! In the rain, in the wind, in the storm! Even when our companions die, we kept fighting! But the eternal war, our eternal pain! The eternal pain! It's freedom! It told us there was nothing of value to protect this world. The world had no meaning. It's freedom!
Shit.
You! All of you! This pain! This sadness! This desperation! You know nothing about it! But even so, all of this is wrong! No matter how hard or how painful, they never gave up. They kept fighting because they believed they could overcome someday. Isn't that right, Kaine? Even if it's pointless, you still have to do it. Because this is the world my friend tried to save!
I think this is it for me. I can't believe I remembered something so important. Right at the end.
Emil.
I was running from the memories of losing those close to me. It was so hard. So painful. At the end, I did a lot of bad things to you, A2. But now I get to see them again. Really soon.
Criminal ready, kid. I'm sure we'll have you back up and running in no time.
Oh. Hey. There you are. I'm so glad I got to see you all again.
Emil.